أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to Al Nafi O and A Levels Academy. Today live session is for O level computer science student. In this live session we are going to discuss computer science paper 2 and topic number 9, which is databases. We welcome Abdullah Tahir. Assalamu alaikum Abdullah. Can you hear my voice?
Walaikum Assalam, sir. You are clear.
How are you, Abdullah? Everything is okay on your side?
Alhamdulillah, sir. Okay.
Okay, so we are going to discuss today O-level computer science paper 2 chapter number 9, which is databases. Is my screen is visible to you, Abdullah? Okay, let's start. What is database? A database is an organized Okay, so we are going to start chapter number 9, which is databases. So a database is an organized and persistent, in other words, we call permanent collection of data. What is the meaning of organized? Means data is stored in the form of rows and columns and permanently stored in a database. A database is a container that organizes the tables and permanently store data for future use. So there are physical and electronic databases or electronic databases. If we refer the physical database, we have files, database in the form of files, in the form of telephone directories. These all are the example of the physical database. While in the form of electronic database, we have tables, we have folders. Under the folders, we have subfolders, and we have different files and data in it. A database is created and maintained using a database management system, which is in short called DBMS. D stands for data, B stands for base, M stands for management, and S stands for system. So a database is created and maintained using a database management system such as Microsoft Access or Microsoft SQL Server 2016 and above. These are the two different tools. There are many other tools around the world with the help of that tool you can create database. So here are the two examples. One is MS Access, another one Microsoft SQL Server. Now let's discuss what is a database management system. A database management system is a mechanism for manipulating data with high-level commands. So remember, in computer system, there are 5 main components. One is the hardware, Another one is the second one, or another one is the hardware. Then we have database or data, people, and communication. Okay, can we break a 3 minutes break? Can we take a 3 minutes break to finish the Azan, Abdullah? Then we will continue. Okay, after the Azan break, we are coming back. So we are discussing chapter number 9, O-level computer science paper 2, which is databases. So a database management system is a mechanism for manipulating data with high-level commands. Remember, a system have 5 components, which is hardware, software, people, data, and communication. So one of the important thing is data, and data is stored in the form of tables, and then a table stored in a database. So it's use high level command. Remember, we already discussed low level languages and high level languages in paper 1. High level command, it looks like English like sentence, easy to understand. So it hides low level details such as how the data are obtained. High level commands, you need to tell them what to do. The high level command engine already taken care how to do. Okay? So a database management system also has the ability to search record by queries. We will see later how to write the queries and to create reports and view data. So this is a short overview about what is a database. A database is an organized and persistent or permanent collection of data. There are different types of databases such as physical and electronic form of databases. So now we move to the next. We already know what is the data. Data is a raw and unorganized facts that is required to be proceed to make it meaningful. Remember, a process data is called information. And why we need information? We need information to have a knowledge, and according to that knowledge, we can take the decision. So we need information to perform action or take decision. So data is the raw and unorganized fact that is required to be proceed to make it meaningful. Nowadays, data available in many different forms, like in text, voice, image, video. These all are the different types of data. Number two is a database access language. We are discussing database component. Database access language is used to access the data to and from the database. With the help of database language, we can access the data, enter the new data, or we can update or edit already existing data or retrieve data as we require from DBMS. Remember, we discussed DBMS stands for Database Management System. The other two components we know that already, and we discussed this component in O-level Computer Science paper 1. Number one is hardware. The hardware consists of physical electronic devices like computers, I/O devices, means input-output devices, storage devices. A software is a set of programs used to manage and control the overall database. The last component is the procedures. Procedures are the sets of instructions and rules that help to use database management system. Okay, this is about the background of the databases. What is databases? What are the components of the databases? What are the different types of databases? So from here, in the next slide, we are going to discuss different uses of database or databases application. Databases are used widely throughout the society. You do not have to look far to find a variety of examples. There are many database applications running or executing around you. For example, libraries, digital libraries. If we talk about the digital libraries, rely on the database. Digital libraries is a database where you have a different types of books, journals, papers available, and you just search with the help of the author, title, publishers, so easily you can access. In school or colleges, almost every school or college uses some type of information management system to store information about the student, teacher, classes, student progress, attendance, and etc. Another example we are going to discuss here, which is in the supermarket. Supermarket needs to store data about products. Supermarket need a database to store information about different types of project and sales. How many products are sold out today in a particular branch of a shop? And then they have a loyalty card schemes and other different types of schemes. All these types of information is stored in a database. Now we have many different types of websites. Dynamic and e-commerce website uses databases to store content that is loaded into a web page. We already discussed what is a web page, what is HTML stands for, what is a web server in O-level Computer Science paper 1. And when the page is requested by the user through the HTTPS or HTTP information visible on the usually rely on backend databases to store and form relationship from the information its user enter. Can any one of you give me one example of database? Abdullah, Tahir, Hamza, Shafat, which you all encounter in your daily life? Yes, please. Hamza, you can answer. You raise the hand. Brass.com is a database website. Zameen.com is a website. Yes. Al-Nafi portal is an example of a database application. Okay. So for the exam point of view, in the exam might be they will ask, discuss some database applications. So you can discuss websites, libraries, school management information. Okay. We are moving to next. So we need to understand now, this is your syllabus start from here for O-level computer science. And I will, at the end, I will show you some exercises that can be cover the topic completely, and we will discuss some exam question at the end. So inside a database, data is stored in the form of tables. So it means database is a high level, and then under the database we have tables. A database can store one table or multiple tables. So these slides important for you. At the end we will go through the exercises and different questions. Table consists of records and fields. So inside a database, data is stored in a table, and a table consists of many records, and each record consists of several or many fields. For example, you can see the picture on the right hand side. We will discuss the picture. Just wait a minute. A table is a structure that organizes data into rows and columns. So if you see the diagram of the table on your right hand side, we can see that the data is stored in the table in rows and columns. In mathematics, matrix is also as an example of table, because in the matrix or matrices, you store the data in the form of rows and columns. Is this clear to everyone? Okay, so a table is a structure that organizes data into rows and columns. Then a record is a row of a database, a horizontal grouping of the field. So I'm sure you know what is horizontal and vertical. A field, in other words, is called columns, refers to the columns or the vertical categories of the data. So if you see the picture on your right hand side, you can easily understand that how many records there, Abdullah? Yes, Abdullah. 3. Very good. How many fields are there, Fatima? Or Shafat, can you answer? How many fields are there in this right-hand table?
4, sir.
There are 4 fields and 3 records. Okay, yes, Abdullah is right. There are 4 fields or columns and 3 records. So this slide is important. You need to understand the concept. What is a table? What is a record? And what is a field? In the exam, they ask you how many records are there, how many fields are there in a given table. I will show you the exercise in the end. So everyone clear? Rows, a table consists of records and fields. Fields mean vertical columns and records means horizontal grouping of data. One more thing to understand, a complete row is considered a record. For example, student ID, first name, last name, course, one complete row is considered a one record. Okay. Next. Each row of the table corresponds to a database record. The same thing I am going to explain here. There are 4 rows, means there are 4 records. And in this picture, we highlight one record. Clear? So the column heading corresponding to the database field name. So how many columns here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 fields or columns here. So in the exam, they ask you how many rows in this table, how many fields in this table. Okay, is this clear to everyone? What are the rows, columns, and tables? If anyone have some question or any query, I can answer. Yes. किसी का कोई सवाल है? शफाक, हमजा, फातिमा, अब्दुल्ला?
No, sir, no question.
Okay, thank you. So we move to the next. Now, sorting of data. Sorting is the process of arranging the data into meaningful order, either ascending or descending, so that analyze the data more effectively. Okay. So sorting is the process. Sorting means you need to arrange the data either in ascending or descending order, highest to lowest or lowest to highest. So sorting is the process of arranging data into meaningful order. There are 2 different types of order. One is called ascending and another one is called descending, so that analyze the data more effectively. How to remember the difference between ascending and descending? You can see the picture. Descending means from top to bottom and ascending means bottom to top. Climbers who ascend a mountain start from the bottom and climb up to the top. Climbers who descend a mountain start at the top and climb on the bottom. Is this clear to everyone? What is ascending and descending? Shafat, can you give me the example of one descending order? High point to low point. Descending means high point to low point. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ascending, low point to high point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is this clear? What is ascending and descending order? Is this clear to everyone? I hope you understand what is ascending and descending order. Yes, descending is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and ascending is 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all. Okay, the next one is, okay, good, Abdullah. So now we will see here, sorting data in ascending order means to start with the lowest value and move through it in order until reach the highest value. Okay, there are 3 examples there. Text data would be sorted from A to Z in ascending order. Number data would be sorted from 0 or even negative to the higher. Dates would be sorted from the earliest date to the most recent date. This is important in the exam, they will ask you. In ascending order, dates would be sorted from the earliest date to the most recent date. So you can see here, there are how many records are there, Abdullah? You can type in the chat box. Abdullah, how many records are there in this given table? Or anyone can answer. Might be Hania, Shafaz, Fatma, Hamza, Abdullah. There are 5 records. That's right. And how many columns there or fields there? Yes, correct. So now we are going to, yes, correct, Shafat, Abdullah and Hamza. So we are going to sort it in ascending order, means lowest to highest. So you can see that 134, lowest number, 178 is a bigger number than the previous number. Similarly, 198, 210, and 258. So in the exam, they will give you the column on which column you need to sort. Okay, which column you need to sort in ascending or descending. The next is, this is ascending order example. The next is descending order. Sorting data in descending order means to start with the highest value and move through it in order until you reach the lowest value. Okay. Think of the three examples are there. Number one, text data would be sorted from Z to A, highest to lowest. Number data would be sorted from whatever means from 1000 to 0. Date should be sorted from the most recent or to the earliest. So you can see the patient ID column. Now you can see that 258 is the higher value than 210. Then after the 210, we have the lowest value 198, 178, and 134. Is this clear to everyone how the ascending and descending sort is work? Okay, so I'll quickly go through what we discussed today. We discussed what is the database. We discussed the definition of the database. Database is an organized and persistent collection of data. Okay. Then we discussed what are the components of the databases. We discussed different application and uses of the databases. Then we discussed what are the tables, records, and fields. Then sorting order, ascending order, and descending. And we discussed few examples. So this one is done. Now we are going to start the second one, the second part of this. Okay, now we discuss database data types. We have a database chapter and we are going to discuss data type. The database data type determines which type of value the field or column will hold. Depending on the field and column, the value stored in it. We need to understand what is the data type of that field, and we need to store related data into that field. For example, a phone number is entered into a field, its data type need to be number. So we have, let's suppose we have a number 2345. You need to write in numeric, not in alphabet. It is important that the database knows what type of data is using for two main reasons. Why we need to tell the database what type of data type there. Number one, data such as number is stored differently to the text. Number need to be stored in such a way that arithmetic operation can be performed efficiently. Usually on the text, we not perform arithmetical operations. Secondly, as a result of being stored differently, this determines what operation need to be carrying out on it. For example, you want to calculate, you cannot take the average of the text field. So data needs to be stored so that they can be referenced in order and have comparison made between them. So here are the data types. You can see on your screen, we have Boolean data type, currency, dates, number, text, or string. Boolean data type is used where we have only two values. For example, on and off, true or false, 1 and 0, male and female, Yes or no? Understand that Boolean data type you can use only when you have only two values. Okay, clear? Boolean are used when there are only two possible
Yes, sir.
responses, to a question. थ्री पॉसिबल रिस्पॉन्सेज होंगे तो हम बूलियन को नहीं इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते. We need to set a data as Boolean data type where we have only two possible responses. Okay. The next is currency. Currency data type are the real numbers. Real number means including decimals that have been formatted to include many symbols, dollar, pound, yen, and whatever. Currency values that uses decimal are usually shown to two decimal places. For example, 99.9 pound is the typical use of the currency value in England. Currency value can be both positive or negative. On your screen, you can see some examples. Okay, so first data type is Boolean data type. Second one is currency. The third one is date and time. We have a different format of date and time. But usually we have date and time in DT, MM, YY. DT means day, MM means month, YY means year. Date can be shown in many different formats. The most common are shown in the table. So we have the time in the long format, medium format, and the short format. We can see here DDMM YYY 21/06/2011. Or we also have DDMMM/YYY. So it's mean in the table, if you have a date, you need to select date and time data. The next one is the numeric. Numeric numbers can be in two forms, integer and real. Integer numbers without decimal, or we call it whole numbers. Integers can be possible both positive and negative. Example are 1, 2, 3 and -1, 2. Real numbers are those that include decimal value, which is 3.1. Real numbers also can be both negative and positive. Example are 33.5 and 33.5. Okay, you can see the different example here. Numbers, examples of the real numbers, an example. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is an example of 0. These all are the examples. 24.9 minus 5.2, 0.45 are the example of the real. Next is the text data. Text data is used for data that is made of letters or characters only. For example, password is consist on the word Jupiter. Jupiter, we have JUPITER, all text. Alphanumeric data, when we have characters or letters with the number. For example, Jupiter 1, 2, 3. Jupiter 1, 2, 3. This means that this is alphanumeric data. Is this clear? You can see here some of the example of the text and some of the example of the alphanumeric data. Okay. Now you can see here one example. Okay. So let's discuss review question for the exam. The database table PC stock is a part of database in an electronic shop. Complete the right hand side table to show the most appropriate data type for each field based on the data shown on the left side table. So we have a table on the left hand side and we need to tell the data type of the different field. Is my screen too visible to everyone? Hamza, Abdullah, Hania,
Yes, sir.
Shafat. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's good. So you can see that in PCID column, what is written there? DD303240. Screen size is the second column, RAM is the third, type is the fourth, HDD is the fifth, and price is the sixth column. So what is the data type of the field PCID? Can anyone tell me?
Alphanumeric, sir. Alpha text.
Alphanumeric text, Shafat se alphanumeric text. Okay. Alphanumeric. That's correct. What is the screen size? What is the data type of the field screen size? It's very simple.
Numeric.
Inches.
Numbers. Right? What is the type field data type?
Boolean, sir. Or text.
You can see that we can apply Boolean only when we have two possible values. But we have, if we see the last line we can see TB, the other is LT or TD. So there are three possible values. If three possible values, we cannot take the Boolean. This is the tricky part of this question. Okay, text. Okay, Hamza say text, Shafat say text, Abdullah say. What is the right most column data type?
Empty, sir.
Okay. Currency. So this is one of the example of the question that can be asked in the exam. Let's see another example. A picture gallery owner has decided to set up a database to keep information about the picture he has for sale. The database table picture will contain the following fields: title, artist, description, catalog number, size, area in square centimeter, price, arrived date, picture arrived in the gallery, sold date. Okay. So state that data type that you would choose for each field. So title must be in text. Right, title के data type क्या होगी? Text. What about the artist name? Artist name basically. The artist name is also, you will see here what is the artist name also is the text. Description about the picture or painting is also text. Catalog number. Okay. Catalog number.
Number, sir.
If you are writing the number, it might be the number, but if you are writing with the character and number together, then it might be possible alphanumeric. But let's see the one catalog number. That's all. So we can say the number or alphanumeric. Yes. Size. Size is written area in square centimeter. So it means size might be include decimal part. So might be it's a number or might be in real. We will discuss later. Price is currency. Arrived date is the date, time, and sold out. And sold whether picture is already sold or unsold. कौन से status है बेटा? Sold and unsold. This is Boolean because we have only two possible values. Is this clear? Yes.
Yes.
Sold and unsold. Now let's move to the other. The next concept we need to understand here, what is the data, what is the primary key? A primary key uniquely represent or identify each record in a table. You know already what is the record and field. So with the help of the primary key, we can uniquely identify each or single record in a table. For example, in a class, there are three people whose name is Hamza. Hamza. There are three people. So if I call one student Hamza name, the three students are stand up. So to avoid this type of confusion, the class teacher allotted roll numbers to every student. So now one Hamza have roll number 2, another Hamza have roll number 3, and then the third student whose name is Hamza have student roll number 4. Now if I call roll number 2, only one student stand up. I call roll number 4, one student stand up. So what is the primary key in that case? Roll number that uniquely identifies single student record. So primary key makes sure that every single record has something unique that can be identified by. This helps in sorting and searching of a record in a table. So now note it down, sorting is based on the primary key. And what is the primary key? A primary key is a field or column that uniquely identify each record in a table. For example, O-level, Cambridge give you the candidate ID. That candidate ID is the primary key. Or you have your NIC number, National Identification Card number. That is a unique number that cannot be duplicated. Your mobile number is the primary key. A person has a unique mobile number. It is not possible one mobile number to assign two people. Your email ID is a unique email ID. So the same email ID cannot be assigned to another one. So human have many different types of primary keys through which we can identify this is a single human. Now, दुनिया की आबादी 7 अरब के करीब है. आप एक सिंगल ह्यूमन को भी आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो. कैसे? Allah give everyone have biometric credentials, and that credentials are unique to all humans. For example, fingerprints, retina structure, face recognition, ear structure, and the last one where the scientist is using most, everyone have a unique DNA. Okay, understand what is the primary key? So to ensure that every single record has something unique that it can be identified by, this is help in sorting and searching of record in the table. A primary key is a field that will contain no duplicate and no blank value. This is very important point for the exam. A primary key cannot contain duplicate value. For example, दुनिया में कोई भी ऐसा शख्स नहीं हो सकता, दो ऐसे शख्स जिनके फिंगरप्रिंट सेम हो, जिनकी रेटिना का स्ट्रक्चर सेम हो, जिनका डीएनए सेम हो. इसीलिए आप मूवीज में देखते हो कि जब वो स्कैन करते हैं तो आई स्कैन करते हैं और फिर उसकी वो आइडेंटिफिकेशन रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, मैच होती है तो अलाउ करते हैं. नाउ many different offices have the same thing. They ask you to fingerprint for your attendance. Now in many schools also the same biometric device there. A primary key is a field that contains no duplicates and no blank values. Primary key are usually displayed as column. On your right hand side, there are 4 fields or column, and the 3 rows. The leftmost field, student ID, is considered as the primary key. You can see the key image on the student ID. Some of the example ID are telephone number, unique employee ID, card number, SSN number. These all are the example of the primary key. Is that clear? What is the primary key?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next one we have database validation. A validation is an automatic check to ensure that the data enter is sensible and reasonable. क्या ये पॉसिबल है कि एक स्टूडेंट 100 मार्क्स में से 102 स्कोर करके? नो. So the data is insensible. So for example, a secondary school student like to be grade between 11 and 16. The computer can be programmed only to accept numbers between 11 and 16. If it's 17 out of range. But however, this is no guarantee that the number type is correct. For example, a student age might be 14, but if he types 11, it is valid because it's fall in the same range. Okay? Point समझ में आया आपको? Point क्या है? The computer can be programmed only to accept the ages of the student between 11 and 16. तो अगर एक स्टूडेंट की एज 11 है और वो 14 एंटर कर देता है, एक्सेप्ट हो जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि जो वैल्यू उसने एंटर की है वो विद इन द रेंज है. एंड व्हाट इज द रेंज? इट्स 11 and 16. Is this clear? Now this slide is very important for everyone. Please pay attention here. We have different types of validation like type check, range check, format check, presence check, and the length check. Type check means ensure that the data in a field must be certain types of data. For example, you are using ATM and they ask you to enter your PIN code. PIN code usually consists on numbers. आपने अगर वहां पे कैरेक्टर्स एंटर कर दिए तो एक्सेप्ट नहीं. या डेट ऑफ बर्थ मस्ट बी एंटर इन द नंबर्स नॉट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कैरेक्टर. So means in short, अगर आपसे वो टेक्स्ट वैल्यू डिमांड कर रहा है तो आप टेक्स्ट वैल्यू एंटर करोगे. अगर आपसे वो नंबर डिमांड कर रहा है, बूलियन डिमांड कर रहा है, तो आप उसी टाइप का डेटा एंटर करें. Number 2, the range check. Checks that fall the values within the specified range. For example, you can score the marks from 1 to 100 or 0 to 100. 102 is out of range. 110 is out of range. Third is the format check. A format check is the right format. For example, अगर आप कार की नंबर प्लेट देखो तो पहले 2 लेटर्स होते हैं और फिर 3 नंबर्स होते हैं. So this is the format check. Okay? जैसे नेशनल इंश्योरेंस नंबर है, पहले आपके 2 लेटर्स हैं, फिर 6 डिजिट है और उसके बाद आपका नंबर कंप्लीट हो गया. L is any letter and 9 is any number. So AX99914 is an example of a format check. Next one is the presence check. Presence check means the data must be entered there. For example, आपसे कहा पिन कोड एंटर करो, आपने कोई डेटा एंटर नहीं किया, इसका मतलब वो ब्लैंक है. तो आप वहां पे कौन सा चेक फायर करते हो? प्रेजेंस चेक कि कोई डेटा एंटर हुआ या नहीं. प्रेजेंस चेक के बाद आप चेक करोगे रेंज चेक, रेंज चेक के बाद टाइप चेक, टाइप चेक के बाद आप करोगे रेंज चेक, फिर फॉर्मेट चेक, फिर द लेंथ चेक. Length means that suppose your password is 6 letters, consists on 6 letters. So you must need to enter your password which is consists on 6 letters. अगर आपने 8 letters enter कर दिए तो क्या होगा? Error आ जाएगा. Clear हो गई ये बात सबको? So we have type check, range check, format check, presence check, and the length check. Okay, कोई क्वेश्चन है आपका यहाँ से?
No, sir.
Hamza, you have any question? Abdullah, Tahir, Shafat, Fatma,
No, sir.
Ania, anyone have any question here? Okay. So now we go to the final session of our class session today. But before we go to the final session, let's see this example. You already covered this thing. Choose suitable words or phrases from the following list to correctly complete the paragraph that's given below. Databases, fields, records, primary key, table, record, data type, validation, text, character, boolean, and field. So you can see that the fields appear twice, record and records appear twice. And the important thing is written there. You will need to use some words more than once. आप क्या कर सकते हो? More than once भी use कर सकते हो. So what will be the answer for the first statement? A single dash contains one dash. It's a very simple answer. A single database contains one table. A single database contains one table. Second statement. Each table consists of many records. Or every field has the same number of records. Every field is given a data type. Examples of data types are character, text. Some records or fields will have validation rules. Validation words is also there. Okay, so this one we will discuss again later. Now we need to discuss our final part, which is called SQL language. SQL, in short, structured query language is called in short SQL. Structured query language is used to access data in a database. SQL की मदद से हम डेटा को एक्सेस करते हैं डेटाबेस से. There are four key main words used to familiar with each performing word. Select, identify the field or return from the database. We will discuss the example. From which use the table name, which table. Where is used for the condition, if there is any condition or criteria you are going to write to retrieve the record. For example, show me only those student name who failed in the exam. So the criteria is there, the result is F. Then order by, either the data need to be stored in ascending or descending order. Remember, select and from are compulsory to write the SQL. Where and order by are the optional. If they do not include the record from the table, we will no need to specify. So select, from, where, order by. These are the four keywords. Now based on these four keywords, we are going to solve the problem. Let's see the example here. A database of a plant for sale. Plant sale is to be set up with the following fields: plant name, plant price, plant ID, plant position, plant height, and stock availability. State with the one region a suitable data type for the each field. अब आपको data types बतानी है, हम इजली बता दोगे, ठीक है? So you have to do this at home. Now you can see that complete this SQL script to display the name, price, and the number in stock. So you can see that we use the word select. What are the three fields are there? Name is written here, plant name, You can see here plant name, number, plant name, plant ID is used for the number. So we have to write it down here, plant ID. In stock of all plants taller than 1.8 taller than 1.8 meter. So we need to write from table name. What is the table name? Plant sale. In which condition? What are the condition is there? Is there any plant height? Yes, plant height. We need to write plant height where plant height is greater than 1.8. This is the condition part. फ्रॉम के बाद आपने टेबल का नेम लिखना है. सिलेक्ट में आपने जो कॉलम दिए गए उनको सिलेक्ट करना है. अब देखो मैंने यहाँ पे क्या किया, सिलेक्ट प्लांट नेम, प्लांट प्राइस, स्टॉक अवेलेबल, नंबर इन द स्टॉक. तो मैं नंबर इन द स्टॉक कहाँ पे, स्टॉक अवेलेबल. फ्रॉम टेबल, टेबल क्या है, प्लांट सेल, ये टेबल का नाम है. कंडीशन क्या है, वेयर प्लांट हाइट इज ग्रेटर देन 1.8. Let's see another example here. We have a student table, student ID, first name, surname, and the class. Use the student table, the first name and the surname fields of all column by using SQL. तो कौन-कौन से कॉलम चाहिए, select first name and surname और टेबल का नाम क्या है, student from student. कोई कंडीशन नहीं है इसमें. नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल देखो. नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल में कह रहा है टू फाइंड द सेम और डेटा but store into ascending or descending order by surname. So we need to use order by, from student order by surname. Surname के ऊपर order by लगा देंगे. थर्ड एग्जांपल देखो, surname देखो C B आ गया आपके पास. Now we need to use the where clause to show all the field only those student registration in class 10B. क्लास 10B के कितने स्टूडेंट हैं, 2 स्टूडेंट हैं. हमें क्या लिखना पड़ेगा, select star from student where registration of the class is 10B. 10B is a string और alphanumeric, तो उसको कोटेशन में लिखना है आपने. ये रजिस्टर क्लास क्या है, कॉलम का नाम है. तो जहां पे कंडीशन आ जाएगी वहां पे आप क्या करोगे, आप वहां पे उस कॉलम का नाम लिखोगे, where यूज करोगे और उसकी क्राइटेरिया. Here is the last example. To show the student ID, first name and register class for all students are either Jimmy or Chevrolet. Store by descending order of the student. तो हम क्या करेंगे, select student ID, first name, register class from student. यहाँ तक तो सिंपल है. उसका पहला नाम क्या होना चाहिए, जिमी, या और क्या हो सकता है नाम, चार्लोटा होना चाहिए. ऑर्डर बाय क्या होना चाहिए, स्टूडेंट आईडी descending order. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We will discuss this thing again in the tomorrow class. Now let's see the last thing here and then we will end the session. The last thing which I'm going to discuss here now is basically, you can see your, let me share with you.
सर ये SQL पे टॉपिक पोर्टल पर है.
SQL की मतलब आपको सेंड करा.
ओके सर.
ये आपको नजर आ रही है चीजें, स्क्रीन डिस्प्ले हो रही है बेटा आपको?
यस सर.
ठीक है, हो रही है.
ठीक हो. देखो ये सैंपल क्वेश्चन है, डेटाबेस टेबल. टेबल का नाम क्या है, 208 MOV is used to keep a record of the movies table. अब देखो इसके अंदर कैटेगरी नंबर, टाइटल, जर्नल, जर्नल 2, ब्लू-रे, डीवीडी और स्ट्रीमिंग, ये कॉलम्स हैं और बाकी सारी रोज हैं. अब आप देखो इसने सबसे पहला सवाल क्या पूछा है, स्टेट द नंबर ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स इन द डेटाबेस टाइप. तो आप पहले वाले कॉलम को छोड़ देंगे, पहली वाली रोज को लेफ्ट कर देंगे और बाकी जितने भी है वो काउंट कर लेंगे, कितने हैं, शायद 18 होंगे. सेकंड में पूछ रहा है, गिव द नेम ऑफ द फील्ड दैट विल बी यूज्ड फॉर द प्राइमरी की. प्राइमरी की क्या होती है, जो कि यूनिकली आइडेंटिफाई करे एक रिकॉर्ड को. क्या आप मुझे यहाँ बता सकते हो कि प्राइमरी की क्या होगी यहाँ पे?
कैटेगरी नंबर.
कैटेगरी नंबर क्यों होगा? क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोई डुप्लीकेशन नंबर में नहीं आ रही, इट्स अ यूनिक नंबर, दैट्स राइट। आगे वो आपसे पूछ रहे राइट द डेटा फील्ड। अब देखो डेटा फील्ड कैटेगरी नंबर क्या होगा बेटा? सिंपल है, अभी आपने देखा क्या होगा कैटेगरी नंबर? अल्फान्यूमेरिक
अल्फान्यूमेरिक
और टेक्स्ट भी हो सकता है, दोनों पॉसिबल है। टाइटल क्या हो सकता है?
टेक्स्ट
टेक्स्ट है।
ये भी अल्फान्यूमेरिक भी हो सकता है।
नहीं, टाइटल अल्फान्यूमेरिक नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि देखो इसमें नंबर्स भी आ रहे हैं, ठीक है, नंबर्स भी आ रहे हैं, ठीक हो गया। थर्ड वन इज द GRENE1, GENERE1, this one is pure text, okay. Then we have streaming column is yes or no, boolean,
Boolean है सर।
जी just boolean है। Now let's see the last type. Complete the data structure to return the category number and the title for all कॉमेडी मूवीज। कंडीशन क्या दी हुई है आपको? कॉमेडी मूवीज। कंप्लीट द स्ट्रक्चर क्यू दी लैंग्वेज टू रिटर्न द कैटेगरी नंबर एंड द टाइटल। तो आपने यहाँ पे लिखा सिलेक्ट कैटेगरी नंबर और टाइटल दिया गया है। क्या लिखा जाएगा यहाँ पे? कौन सा कीवर्ड मिसिंग है? फ्रॉम, और ये आपका टेबल नेम है। यस, बिल्कुल सही है। वेयर जेनरिक वन, क्या कंडीशन दी गई है? जेनरिक वन के कॉमेडी, लेकिन कॉमेडी याद रखना टेक्स्ट फील्ड है, तो ये डबल कोटेशन में लिखी जाएगी, डबल कोटेशन में लिखी जाएगी। बात समझ आई है?
यस सर।
जी सर।
Another example, last example here, after that we will stop. ठीक है, ये आपका सैंपल पेपर है। A database table performance is used to keep a record of the performances at the local theater. You have a table, you have show number, type, title, data, and sold out. Hamza, how many columns are there? How many fields are there? Yes, Hamza,
Five,
how
sir.
many? 5 fields. How many records are there, Abdullah?
8 sir.
8. That's good. Now we need to write give two validation check that would be performed on the this table. कौन कौन से चेक हम यहाँ पे अप्लाई कर सकते हैं? याद है आपने कौन कौन से चेक पढ़े थे? Any check you can write here. Type check.
Value check.
You need to check the type of the movies. Second one, you can check the presence check, either the movie is sold out or not sold out. Length check. What else? Type check, length check,
Value
presence
check.
check, value check. Yes, the value is there or not. So you can discuss any two checks here. Is this clear?
Yes sir.
Now come up here. Show that the output that would be given in this structure to the language statement. Select date and title. इस टेबल में से आप कौन से दो कॉलम सिलेक्ट कर रहे हो? डेट और टाइटल। आगे बढ़ो, फ्रॉम टेबल, सही हो गया। नॉट सोल्ड, अब एक सोल्ड का कॉलम भी है जिसमें क्या है? नॉट सोल्ड को कंसीडर करना है। कंडीशन क्या है? नॉट सोल्ड एंड टाइप इज इक्वल टू जैज। अब देखो टाइप कहाँ आ रहा है? टाइप में जैज आ रहा है, यस आ रहा है। कौन सा जवाब आएगा? देखो टाइप में क्या आ जाएगा? जैज, और डेट में क्या आ जाएगा? 3rd November, because this is the only row that fulfill the criteria. Sold out, no, and type yes. We have another yes, but the type is yes. So we will not consider this. We will consider the type which is not sold out. तो आपको यहाँ पे क्या लिखना है? Yes or no. That's done.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is your chapter number 9 topics are completed. Some structure activity language notes I will share with you. You have any question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
जी किसी का कोई सवाल है?
नहीं, sir.
Just give me 1 minute. Let me ask Anya. Have you understand today's topic?
Yes, sir. The thing is कि मेरा ये टॉपिक पहले हो चुका था. I am actually on Python right now, so इसकी क्लासेस नहीं देते.
Actually, for this session, we are already decided that I will cover this topic, and we are more focusing on the pseudocode side. It is recommended, and we are not teaching Python at this level, but only the syntax we discuss. So, my side, I recommend the student to write pseudocode rather than write in code in Python. But it is your choice. If you are good in Python, you can write the answer in the exam in Python language.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's all from today's side. Thanks for Abdullah,
Sir,
Muzaffar.
I have another question. है जो अभी आपने पीछे जब भी आपने दिखाए थे डॉक्यूमेंट, इसका बी पार्ट का आंसर क्या था?
Sorry? नहीं, मैं आपका क्वेश्चन नहीं अंडरस्टैंड कर सका. क्या पूछ रही हैं आप?
सर अभी जो आपने
कौन सा?
डॉक्यूमेंट दिखाई थी क्वेश्चन आंसर्स की, इसका बी पार्ट का जो वैलिडेशन चेक्स वाला क्वेश्चन था, उसका आंसर क्या है?
वैलिडेशन चेक की बात आप कर रही हैं. देखिए हमारे पास कौन कौन से चेक हैं. टाइप चेक है, रेंज चेक है, फॉर्मेट चेक, प्रेजेंस चेक एंड लेंथ चेक. So we can apply any type of validation here depending on the table. Table कौन सा था? Let me see the table first. So we have show number, we have type, we have title, we have the date, and we have sold out. So you can apply the status on the column. You can apply the validation on the sold out column. So this means that sold out column must have a value, either yes or no. Second one, if you see the show number, which is consist on SN, which is 2 letters, and then 3 numbers, 054 or 043 or 124. So the total length of the column is considered as 5, including 2 letters and 3 numbers. So you can apply length check on the column show number. Clear?
ओके तो सर
So-
लेंथ चेक है और दूसरा वाला क्या है?
One is the length check, another one is the presence check. Presence check you can apply in the sold out column, because in the sold out column you can see that either is yes or no, but the data must be there.
ओके सर.
Okay, thanks all for everyone. We will conduct tomorrow class as per our routine class, inshallah. Okay, thanks Muzaffar for arranging such a nice session. I hope you understand many things. Abdullah, Shafat and Fatma. We will discuss the remaining topic in my next session. Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Allah.